Family planning refers to the practice of controlling the birth of children. It involves controlling the time one wants to have children and the number of children one wants to have. Family planning can also be referred to as birth control. Family planning is important mainly because it helps to prevent unwanted pregnancies. It helps an individual decide when they want to have children and the number of children that they want to have. Raising children is a huge responsibility and requires a significant amount of time, money, and energy. Family planning ensures that an individual or a couple have children when they are ready, financially, mentally, and emotionally. There are different methods of family planning, but before we look at these methods, it is important for us to examine the male and female reproductive system and how pregnancy occurs. Understanding how the male and female reproductive system work will provide you with a better understanding of family planning. The male reproductive system consists of 1. The penis. 2. The testis. 3. The vas deferens. 4. The seminal vesicle. 5. Prostate glands. 6. Urethra. The penis and the testes are located outside, whereas the rest of the parts are located inside. Sperms are produced in the testes. Sperms travel through the vas deferens and are stored in the seminal vesicle. When a man is aroused sexually, sperm fluid are first released from the seminal vesicle and travel through the urethra to the penis. This may be followed by the release of sperms. This process is referred to as ejaculation. During ejaculation, over 300 million sperms are released from the seminal vesicle to the penis through the urethra. The female reproductive system consists of 1. The ovary. 2. Fallopian tube. 3. Endometrium. 4. Uterus. 5. Cervix. 6. Vagina. The ovary, fallopian tube, cervix, uterus, and endometrium are located inside, whereas the vagina is located outside. The ovary produces the female egg known as the ova. The ovary also produces the female reproductive hormone, estrogen and progesterone. Each month, the ovary releases a female egg to the fallopian tube. This process is called ovulation. Ovulation occurs 14 days before the menstrual cycle or period. The egg release stays in the fallopian tube for a period of 24 hours. After that, it travels towards the uterus. If the egg does not come into contact with the male sperm and get fertilized, the inner lining of the uterus, also known as endometrium, gets separated and menstruation or periods occur. Menstruation occurs in form of blood being released into the vagina. During this period, a woman may experience pain in the lower abdominal area. In a case where a woman engages in sexual activity without using protection and a sperm is released inside a woman's vagina, the sperm travels from the vagina through the cervix and into the fallopian tube. If the sperm comes into contact with the egg released from the ovary, it fertilizes the egg. The fertilized egg travels through the fallopian tube and is attached to the wall of the uterus. The size of the uterus is the same as that of the fist. However, during pregnancy, the uterus expands to accommodate the growth of the baby. The fertilized egg develops in the uterus into a fetus, which then develops slowly into a baby ready to be delivered after 40 weeks.